Welcome, everyone, to the Exiled pre-show here in Tacoma, Washington. My name is always Scott Select, and joined not by my normal commentary partner, but the chairman.
You know, I'm actually really excited to be here in Tacoma. It's Harris's hometown. You can already hear the crowd going nuts. They're ready for this.
Oh, yes. Valencia takes on Alexandra Marie in the next upcoming match. The first opening contest for the Exiled pre-show. It is going to be off the chain.
The opening match of the Exiled pre-show is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, representing the fabulous, furious Freaks, weighing 135 pounds, from San Jose, California, Valencia.
And the Queen of Evil, the Queen of the Freaks, you could call her, coming down to the ring, Valencia, one of the fabulous Furious Freaks, and her first match of the entirety of Season 4. Kind of surprising, given the kind of the repertoire in her history. I mean, Valencia, former champion, multiple-time women's champion. I mean, but then again, fabulous Furious Freaks, they've kind of been on a bit of a rampage lately.
Well, let's be careful with the words we use there, because we forget that they kind of sent me to the hospital 3 weeks ago, you know?
I didn't say rampage. I didn't say it was a good thing. I said rampage. Just the record. I want to know who said it. I said it rampage. That's a bad word.
Regardless, yes, you are correct. This is Valencia's first match here in Season 4. First week, she didn't have a match due to all the changes that we were having from roster to roster. Second week, they were actually suspended. And then last week, she was just kind of nowhere to be found. So unfortunately, she hasn't had a chance to get booked. But this is going to be the chance for her to show off what she's got here for Season 4. And what a better opponent than Alexandra Marie, the new rookie upstart that just actually debuted last week.
Indeed, it'll be all to see whether the rookie can take on a multiple-time women's champion here in this match.
And her opponent, Alexandra Maria.
And here comes Alexandra Marie, someone that, according to social media, from what I've seen, allegedly hasn't gotten a fair shake at CWL. With a loss to Marilyn Benson last week, who is actually challenging for the Openweight Championship, and now facing Valencia. I mean, you know, we have the cream of the crop here. There's no easy matches. Regardless, Alexandra Marie has a chance to show us what she's got here.
Well, if anything, that's probably the best opportunity for her. I mean, sure, it's a hard fight, but imagine if she comes off on top. Alexandra Marie has the opportunity to show us that she can go toe-to-toe with the multiple-time women's champion. And if she can do it, that is one hell of an achievement, especially in her second match here in the CWL.
And here we go. The competitors are ready. The ref has called for the bell. Let's get this match on the road.
Okay, collision. Oh, collar elbow tie-up. Going in for the armbar.
And that arm wrencher really actually does a lot of joint damage to your shoulder. So it's a really good start right there for Alexandra Marie to kind of really put that pressure on Valencia right off the bat.
So immediately pulling out strong moves. Oh, but a reversal there by Valencia. Going to one of her own.
Now,
but a flip out.
Taking it to the ground is actually a really smart idea. It gives you a lot more pressure, it gives you a lot more balance. Valencia already showing right there her expertise.
And then Valencia with those swift kicks, and then going for it looks like DDT, but no, nobody home. And whoa, a massive crossbody there from Marie.
Now, Marie is definitely going to want to keep up some form of pressure here on Valencia. She can't really let Valencia do her own thing and start, you know, getting her momentum behind her. Once that happens, it's going to be a very, very slippery slope for Alexandra Marie.
Tackling the arms as well as the legs is a strong move for Marie, especially given that Valencia is known for her strong kicks, and especially when it comes to at least grappling moves. The La Revolution, Air Bomb, oh, snap suplex from Valencia.
But she just kicked her in the face. That was like just a little nudge there, but she still kicked her in the face.
She's young, she can take it. This is all part of the initiation. As Valencia, look at that athleticism with the headlock into the handstand. Impressive by a former champion. And she's going for a second time. Now that is just showing off.
Showing off indeed. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she's trying to show off for the rest of her Fabulous Furious Freaks partners. Because, you know, everybody has their own separate match later on today. And this is just the first of 5.
To be fabulous, you have to stand out. But there's still some fight left in the rookie with a takedown followed by a stomp, and now, ooh, a chin lock applied.
Now that chin lock was reversed by Valencia pretty fast, and she's now going to work on Alexandra Marie's legs.
Yeah, this is exactly where Marie's going to find herself in the situation. You know, the match with Benson, she let Benson get some momentum. Took out a massive elbow, didn't quite get all of it, but got enough to make some impact. Rolling Marie over for just a 1 count.
Now, it's also very smart that Valencia is going for these quick covers. As we all know, you expend energy every single time you kick out. So for her to make Marie do that, she's expending a lot more energy than she would if she just kind of, you know, let her lie down there on the mat.
While that is true, there's also the psychological impact in the negative side. Whoa, a series of slaps, open palm, disrespectful slaps to the former champion.
Oh, and we now see this octopus stretch hold right here. Alexandra Marie could actually possibly get a tap out here.
She could. It's not often the octopus stretch is pulled out in someone's repertoire. It's, you know, it's not something we see every day. So I don't think Valencia saw that coming, but up on the shoulders goes Valencia and a stun gun to the ropes.
That actually takes your breath away. I don't know if you've ever felt those ropes like that. It hurts.
I haven't felt it. No, don't want to feel it. And the champ looks like the rookie has given all she's got tonight to make sure she gets the victory.
Hey, she knows Valencia's tricks. It's eye for an eye. I think that's completely fair.
Oh no, I completely agree. Sometimes you've got to find a little bit dirty to get the results you want. Valencia pushing Marie away and into a full spine on the pine spine buster.
Oh, wait, Alexandra Marie is playing possum. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, Valencia managed to kick out just in time there.
Very close there. But the boomer kick out of nowhere from Valencia. 1, 2. No. Alexandra Marie kicking out of the boomer kick. However, Valencia's looking to put the exclamation point on this match.
Oh, and I think that's going to be it as we see her setting up now for the Revolution. That's got to be it. We've seen Valencia put away many women before.
2. No. To everyone's surprise, Alexandra Marie once again gets her shoulder up off the canvas.
See, this is exactly what we saw from Alexandra Marie against Marilyn Benson. She gave it all she could, and she was resilient as all get out. But in the end, it wasn't enough. She could actually pull off the victory here.
She might do it. Nice sling blade there from Valencia. Now getting Marie up on her feet. Setting into the turnbuckle. Going for the drop kick, but Marie able to scout that and get out of the way. Now just a series of strikes between the two. And now going for an air raid neck breaker. And Valencia and a second boober kick. This time collapsing on top of it. 1, 2, and oh, a hair away from 3 for Alexandra Marie getting pinned, but this might be the end, I think, boss.
Perhaps, as we see Valencia set up one more time for La Revolution. That's it. Count it.
1.
It's all done.
2, 3. Valencia winning her first match of season 4 and a nice opening for the Fabulous Furious Freaks.
She's just laughing at Alexandra for me. Like, come on, Valencia.
There we go. Some of the highlights of the match there. There's the very brutal toe hold. And there's the first boober kick. That's where I think it all started to go downhill for Alexandra.
The winner of the match, Valencia.
Valencia, formerly the Rose, the thorn in the side of Vindication at this point, once again scores a victory and just beckons a newcomer. Who will be next to face on the wrath of Valencia? Well, I don't know about the wrath of Valencia, but there are certainly some more freaks in action tonight, and we have that exact match coming up next as Kaz the Mad takes on SATORU in a massive change, superhero to supervillain, some might say.
I'm not gonna front. I think it's very obvious that I am in full Camp SATORU right now, based on the actions of formerly the Tornado. If it wasn't for him, I honestly probably would not have been at the hospital. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, or my honest thoughts. I'm gonna be very biased in this match, and I'm going full on SATORU.
Savior of Sin City might find himself being the kingpin. Let's find out in tonight's match.
The following match is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, Kaz the Mad.
Definitely the powerhouse of the Fabulous Furious Freaks. Since the shock turn a few weeks ago when the Tornado laid out a series of superstars backstage at Vindication, causing disruption to the entire show and, of course, injured my co-commentary partner for tonight. However, tonight he faces a fan favorite, perhaps getting cheered in the same ways that he used to be cheered when he was the Tornado. Kaz the Man faces the wrath of SATORU. The question is, can he keep up with the dance?
I plead the fifth.
Do you like to dance, boss?
I plead the fifth.
Fair. I'll make the exact same comments myself then, that remark.
And his opponents, SATORU.
And here comes the man who I wholeheartedly am putting all of my faith behind. I think he's going to be the one to take down Kaz the Mad and send him back to when he was a Tornado. And we can just forget anything happened 3 weeks ago.
Get your dancing shoes on, boy, because SATORU is looking really good tonight. He's really gone through a massive change over the last few years. Been here all the way since the start. I mean, you know, he's gone away, come back at times, but he's always comes back to his home here at the CWL. And he looks like he's ready to fight on behalf of Vindication. Well, I don't know. Kaz is extremely strong, almost inhumanly strong. He was the Tornado. He's the superhero, the former superhero. He's got super strength behind him. I think madness might be driving his victory tonight. I don't know if SATORU can do it.
At the end of the day, the good guy always wins. I firmly believe that. And honestly, Harris showed that to us at Endgame 3. SATORU's the good guy. I have full faith that he's going to pull it off.
Life isn't a comic book, boss, unfortunately. And tonight we're seeing a bit of reality ensue. But Well, here we go. Satoru with a kick to the midsection, and now getting behind, but an elbow following up by Kaz, and there's the strength into the Uranagi.
Satoru's just giving him a chance. That's what's happening. He's giving him a chance to kind of like really give him out the feel out process, you know? He's gonna take his best shot, and then he's gonna come back stronger. You play Pokemon?
What's the Pokemon?
Fair enough. I'll do the reference for all the people watching at home right now. Satoru is just using Bide. That's what he's doing.
Well, he might be biding his time, but Kaz looks like he's putting the hurt on Satoru right now. Messing with the arms, Satoru is known for his own strength, although he's also known for his fancy footwork, mainly in terms of dancing competitions. But regardless of that, he's got to make sure that Kaz doesn't debilitate his strength. And here's the swift kick to the midsection once again, and a clothesline into the corner.
Come on, Satoru. This is why I booked you in this match. Come on, man.
Oh, but Kaz shoving away. Oh, but missed justice. Running through Satoru with that massive big boot.
You know, I will admit, maybe me stepping over Faith La Rosa's booking meeting for just a little bit during this Exiled thing was a little uncharacteristic for me, because I like to give my power to the GMs to give the best show to the fans and everything. But it's a little personal for me this time, because I've never been attacked like that before, and I want to see Kaz pay.
Kaz up, Satoru up on the shoulders, and Satoru is not a small man. Massive running power bomb nearly into the corner there. Ouch. Now up on the shoulders goes Satoru. Simon's carry position. What's he got planned here? Oh, a stun got onto the ropes there from Kaz the Mad. And now the Mad One being quite mad not to hook the leg there. I think bit of a rookie mistake, but he got the 2 count, which is more than I was expecting at this point. Satoru is not a weak competitor. He is originally he's been here from day one. He knows the score. A massive series of kicks right to the face of Satoru.
You know, after being kind of manhandled this kind of way for the first few minutes of the match, in your opinion, what does that do for Satoru's mindset?
I mean, whenever you're on the back foot, you've also got to deal with the psychological aspect of being behind, and you've got a mountain to climb, and you're basically, it's like seeing someone halfway up that mountain, and they're just throwing obscenities down at you. Oh, look at that, though. A deadlift gut-wrench powerbomb there from Kaz, once again showing his incredible strength. But again, Satoru able to kick out and keeps on ticking. You have to get over the whole idea of I can't beat them. You have to remember that you've still got an opportunity. As long as you don't have your shoulders down for the 3 count, you have an opportunity to walk out as the victor. Reverse DDT there by Satoru, finding an opening, finally, in this match.
Now this may be exactly what Satoru needed after that DDT. He goes for that lariat, and now Satoru is going to be on the gas pedal here after being on the back foot for so long.
Oh, up and arms, and the sit-out Uranagi there from Satoru, hooking the leg. 1, 2, got a 2 count, but not enough to put Kaz away for the full 3.
You can see the frustration right there starting to build in Satoru's eyes. He thought he had it. I thought so too, but he's going to keep bringing the fight to Kaz.
There we go. Now wrenching the neck there of Kaz, trying to slow the match down. Probably a wise move, given how, although Kaz is a big man, he's also surprisingly speedy. Satoru wants to keep Kaz grounded, but the big man just won't stay down. With a punch to the face, splitting it up to 2. Oh, collision. Kick to the midsection, Kaz going for it. And now, an STF.
That STF definitely put Kaz back in control right there as he wanted it. And now he's looking at Satoru for something. Oh, it looked like he was going for a kick.
Oh, but Satoru got out of the way. Oh, but no, wasn't able to capitalize on the opening and finds himself on the worst end, receiving end of the stun gun. However, that does shove some momentum in Satoru's corner. Although, at this stage, kicking out the leg, trying to find whatever opening he can as he runs into the armbar. Oh, but Kaz with another elbow. It just seems back and forth. Whenever Satoru gets a bit of steam, Kaz is right there with the screwdriver to punch a hole in that tank.
Oh, and here we see now Kaz driving the knee right into Satoru's back. I think he's trying to end his dancing career here, honestly.
Once, but twice. And now back to the corner, and looks like Kaz is going to the well once more. Will Satoru also once again sidestep, He does! It seems that SATORU has done his moves, and that's a dancing guys with that. Oh, but the float over DDT pins him right center of the ring. And I think Kaz has finally had enough.
I think this might be it, as Kaz is now setting up for that kick.
Boom. Right between the eyes. 1, 2, and 3. And that makes so far 2 wins for the Fabulous Furious Freaks tonight. And the show's not even begun yet. We're on the pre-show.
I plead the 5th.
Well, it's one of those situations where Kaz emerged victorious. SATORU put up one hell of a fight. He was always able to counter whatever Kaz threw at him. However, he just couldn't find a big enough opening to get the exchange and pull out a win. Unfortunately, let's hope the future is a bit more bolder for SATORU going forward. Stick to dancing, I'd say.
The winner of the match, Cats the Mat.
Well, from the Freaks on to another confrontation as MD takes on Austin Wolf here tonight as Kaz celebrates the second victory for their hoping out of 4 here tonight. But it's all about this next match, the final match of the pre-show before we begin the show in earnest. MD versus Austin Wolf. MD has claimed he's the best in the world, even though he's not had the best opening in CWL since his return. However, Austin Wolf decided differently and has put forth the challenge. Which man will prove themselves the best in the world here tonight?
My money's on MD just for the fact that he's been here a little bit longer. And, lest we forget, he's actually a former CWL Tag Team Champion.
The following match is set for 1/4. Introducing first, MD.
As I said already, MD is going to try and rejuvenate his career here in the CWL. Even though he hasn't been here for long, he is a former tag team champion. And even he apologized to Damian Knight. The Punishers are a thing of the past, and he wants to prove that that title win was not a fluke. He can do it on his own, and he's going to try and prove it by basically fighting for the moniker of best in the world. He already has his shirts made. He's feeling confident. And me, I love confidence.
And his opponent, Austin Wolf.
Well, as I said just before the match, MD claimed that he was the best in the world, and that rattled the cage of the Wolf, Austin Wolf, newcomer to the CWL. And I'm looking at him, I don't think the Wolf has had his meal tonight, although I think he's got his sight set on MD as that particular meal. Now, you were saying how MD is a former tag champion. That's all well and good, but the key word in there is tag. He's a former tag champion. MD is yet to prove himself in singles competition, ideally, and tonight he hopes to do that against Austin Wolf. But Austin Wolf also has the chance to catapult his pedigree higher in the CWL by besting a CWL tag champion. former tag champion.
I'll give you a high five for that pun. That was some good stuff. But here's the thing. I don't know how Austin Wolf is able to wrestle in that attire. He keeps the mask on, he keeps the jacket on. That honestly seems more like a detriment than a help. But he did win his debut against FEA, former Vindication champion. So maybe it works for him. I don't know.
Sometimes it's all about style over substance, and even having that. I mean, can you say that when you see some of the stars, when I see Rox coming down the ring, I'm intimidated. I don't even see her fight, and that's just my complex relationship with Rox. But regarding Anarchist and Austin Wolf's fight here, Wolf himself presents himself in a very particular way. He wants to have that feral nature. It's a psychological aspect, not just a physical one. Here we go. Deadlift into a power bomb. Boom! Hitting the canvas very hard. A quick cover here. Hooking leg. One. Not a rookie mistake to hook the leg. Quite surprised. You don't have to see that for newcomers to CWL.
Now, Austin Wolf kind of brought this to my attention where he was kind of slighted that MD was using the best in the world moniker. What do you think is going to do for his mindset if he is to lose this match?
I mean, it would definitely shake MD's confidence, but even no one's perfect. No one's got the perfect record. Even the best athlete always has a loss in their column at some point. That all it means is that MD's got to work harder to prove that he is indeed the best in the world. But a win from I think a win from Austin Wolf here tonight is more valuable for him than a loss for MD.
And here we go. There's a pinfall by MD, but not even a one count. The ref couldn't get to it in time.
Unfortunately not, but a swift kick to the back keeps the Wolf grounded. Let's see if MD's planning to skin this Wolf alive. Going, a backpack suplex, I would assume, giving that very unorthodox offense by MD. Swift punching us. That's off the ropes goes the Wolf. And a massive lariat that I would surprise almost didn't cut Austin Wolf in half, but Austin Wolf returns with a massive Samoa drop.
That was definitely a very impressive clothesline we saw there from MD, kind of using all of his body weight to go into Austin Wolf, and now that flatliner right there, kind of maybe. Oh, I thought he got the match right there. You can see it right there. Anarchist MD thought he had the match won right there.
He's not the best in the world yet. But here he goes, pushing away into the swinging neck breaker. Now's the chance for MD to capitalize. And he's going to capitalize and pick his moment. Get that knife ready. It's time to skin the Wolf. What a massive shining wizard.
That knee to the face had to have knocked out Austin Wolf. As now the ref gets in position. We got a 2. And that's it. I guess MD's the best in the world.
Well, MD set out to prove that he's the best in the world, and while he's got a long way to go, he's handled the first hurdle in that challenge, which is Austin Wolf. The Wolf, unfortunately, picked a fight with a bigger animal, and unfortunately Resistance came out with it, ran away with its tail between its legs.
The winner of the match, MD.
Well, the question leaves is what's next for MD on the charts? His potential shooting for a championship of his own, maybe forming a tag match of his own. Maybe he's experienced in a tag competition. What is next for MD? I guess we'll hear from what the best in the world has to say in the coming weeks on the CWL.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready, get your drinks ready. We're about to go live with Exiled here very soon.
In a world conquered by freaks, what will you do? Will you decide to go from chaos to chaos? Are you going to take a stand and take their prized possession? Or will you do what you can do to take the regime down? In order to be the last man standing in such a war, you gotta push through all adversity and stand your ground, even when it's someone that's supposed to have your back through it all. A homecoming like you've never seen before takes place tonight, but will the champion get finessed out of a championship belt in his first defense? After tonight, some Vindication stars will return to the bright lights of the CWL special events. Others will be exiled.
I know how men in exile feed on dreams of hope. Welcome to Exile. My name is Stockz, and we're here in Tacoma, Washington. Sitting next to me is not my normal commentary partner, but the boss, my boss.
I'm here. I'm excited. I can barely hear myself talk right now.
This is going to be one hell of an evening. We have plenty of matches up tonight, including some personal stakes, not necessarily from me, but my co-commentator tonight. For the first match of the evening, Jack STEELE has called out FLAPJACK Carter, as the two men are going to be fighting for the affections of one other member of the Fabulous First Freaks, Isaac, convincing them who he should stick with. Tag with Jack STEELE or FLAPJACK Carter, sway Isaac to stay with the Fabulous First Freaks. Who knows? It's all to play for tonight in our opening contest.
The opening match of Exiled is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, weighing 206 pounds, from Brooklyn, New York, Saint Jack STEELE.
Jack STEELE making his way down to the ring. I guess you could call him the spoiler in the circumstances so far. He is the one that has been trying to convince Isaac to give up what he's been doing with the Fabulous First Freaks and come and tag with him, as it's better to choose STEELE, as you can see on his chest. I mean, definitely you've got to appreciate STEELE. It's big, it's strong, it's solid. It's a solid choice. I mean, most of our foundations are made from STEELE. However, FLAPJACK Carter has history and heart with Isaac, and that can be measured in gold almost. But we'll see who comes out on top tonight.
And his opponent, representing the Fabulous Furious Freaks, weighing 205 pounds, from Mexico City, Mexico, FLAPJACK Carter.
And here comes FLAPJACK Carter, ready to make his stand for the Fabulous Furious Freaks. Now, here's the thing. There is no stipulation that says the winner gets to keep Isaac, like kind of some custody battle or whatever. But FLAPJACK Carter and Jack STEELE kind of just want to fight each other because they've literally been at each other's throats over the past few weeks. Hopefully, Isaac kind of sees the moxie from both of these men and makes his decision later on tonight about who he wants to join. But keep in mind, this isn't for Isaac to be like, oh, you have to come with the winner. It's just for them to settle their differences, I guess. Because who knows? Maybe even FLAPJACK can see the light and choose STEELE. Who knows?
I mean, you drive on a good point there. It's not about who wins, it's about who puts up the best fight. You can put up the best fight and still lose. And I think that might be the swing, kind of the smoking gun that we're looking for, is that Isaac will be looking at how they perform in the ring, not necessarily who gets the results, although results are also important. It's not to say that you want to go with a loser. Let's see how it all plays out. Swift kick to the midsection. FLAPJACK going for the rolling, spinning forearm. And now, but an elbow. from STEELE shuts down the offense, and now STEELE going around the world with almost a small package there.
I believe he was trying to go for the small package there for the roll-up, but I think he may have kind of lost his balance and lost his footing, but he still managed to turn it into some kind of arm drag there.
Well, maybe you want to keep the match going a bit longer. I mean, you don't want to end the match before it's all, had the fun. I mean, you've got to make sure that you show off what you can do in these things. I mean, if you beat someone in 10 seconds, all you know is they fought someone for 10 seconds. That's all you know. And off the cuff kick into the neck breaker by STEELE. But
on that same token, though, they beat them in 10 seconds. So personally, I think that adds to the whole mystique.
Like I say, results do matter, but there's also the fact that you don't know how necessarily they got those results. Or no, I mean, like they could have gotten very lucky in that situation. Another rolling forearm by Carter going for the quick cover. Not even a 1 count. Not surprised, but definitely asserting dominance in the early match against STEELE. Now picking up Jack STEELE to his feet. A fireman's carry takedown shuts down whatever FLAPJACK had in mind. And now, once again, Jack STEELE's in control.
Jack STEELE bouncing that rope, making sure FLAPJACK goes back to the center of the ring, goes for that pinfall, gets the 1, but it's more about expending that energy, how we talked about earlier on the pre-show.
Indeed, and here we go, another kick, and going downstairs, once again, kick the midsection off the ropes, and a massive scissors kick there from Jack STEELE, but FLAPJACK sweeping the leg.
The scissors kick that will make Booker T proud, as now Jack STEELE drives his shoulder into FLAPJACK's chest and gets that kick off that knee. But I think FLAPJACK might have gone a little low there.
With the cutter, and there we go. 1 out of nowhere, but only getting the 1 count. I'm not quite sure. It's hard to tell who to go for in the early game. Both of these men have put up a seriously good offense on the other so far.
That was straight up result from STEELE.
The one in control. I mean, we'll see. Picking up. But Jack STEELE setting FLAPJACK once again into the corner. There we go.
Now we see FLAPJACK Carter right there with that toss, kind of like suplex style sumo throw right there. But not enough to kind of get Jack STEELE on the back foot. Jack STEELE keeps coming at FLAPJACK. Honestly, I think that's kind of the energy that Isaac should be looking for. And I don't just say that because I'm anti-FFF. Like, this is straight up unbiased opinion.
No, that is a very fair point to make regarding STEELE. But however, look at the aggression here that FLAPJACK is showing with those series of strikes, especially against the body of Jack STEELE. But STEELE raking the eyes, ever the opportunist. And now sending FLAPJACK for the ride. Massive FLAPJACK there onto FLAPJACK Carter. Irony much?
Little bit, perhaps. So we go for a second one right there as FLAPJACK Carter lands straight on the mat. That's about a 7-8 foot drop?
Yeah, something like that. That is one flight you definitely want to take unless you've got a nice seat in an airplane. Meanwhile, Jack STEELE fully in control now, sending FLAPJACK up and over onto the apron. Let's got in mind here. And whoa! A spear right through the middle rope, taken into the outside. That is padded concrete out there. Fireman's carry takedown by FLAPJACK, getting it back into the ring. Missing FLAPJACK, but it definitely was a showy way of getting back in the ring for Jack STEELE.
Now right there, Jack STEELE is staying in control of this match right here. Goes once again for the pinfall. Managed to get a 2. So close. Now we're starting to get to the point where everybody's resiliency is going to get tested. How much can you take before you say enough is enough?
Indeed. FLAPJACK sweeping the leg shows that he's not out of it yet, boss. However, Jack STEELE responds with a Saito suplex followed by a kip up, showing his own athleticism. And this is a game about showing off. You want to give the best show to not just the audience, but your main viewer, who is Isaac. I'm surprised he's not out here to actually watch this in person.
Maybe he's in the back kind of just enjoying it, and quite frankly, we invited him out here today, as we kind of learned earlier that I've been giving him time off to kind of deal with the personal issues that he's going with, because his whole arguing with himself thing in his head has kind of gone a little too intense for me, honestly. but maybe he's in the comfort of the backstage area right now watching this match for everybody's safety, you know?
Yeah, everyone's safety. I will say this about Jack Steele. I do appreciate how we're just on the cusp of Labor Day and he's chosen to wear white. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, no. Nearly getting the 3 count, and Jack Steele having a discussion there with our referee.
I believe Steele thought he won the match right there. I think we go back and watch the replay. I think the ref's hand came down before the 3, or right after the 3.
We'll soon find out. Oh, but Flapjack Carter, quick kick to the midsection, and now has control of Jack Steele. Can he capitalize? Steele on the ropes, and now Irish whip off the ropes. Oh, springboard cutter. Incredible. 1, 2.
That was impressive athleticism from Flapjack Carter. No matter how many times I see it, I'm still just flabbergasted that he can move like that and deliver the cutter like that.
Indeed. I mean, that's the thing, is that cutter can come out of almost nowhere in any position, including from the corner, and it goes for a massive... Spanish fly at the corner. 1, 2, and no. Not able to get it on the roll-up of that Spanish fly, using the turnbuckle as an assist.
Now going for that turnbuckle again. Maybe he's going to go for it again.
Turning Steele around, and you are right. Going for it again, the Spanish fly.
And that's got to be it. Flapjack Carter now hooking the leg. That's 2 and 3. Flapjack Carter gets the victory here today.
Flapjack Carter emerging victorious on his path once again off the Fabulous Furious Freaks and what's going on. Well, it's another victory for the FFF, but let's see what the rest of the night holds, as Jack Steele unfortunately has to go back to time and start working on that routine of his.
Now we also have to keep in mind, Isaac said that he would make his decision today. We know he's here in the building, and now that the match is over, Flapjack has gone to victory. Unfortunately, I do hate to admit, maybe that is going to be the decision that he's going to make. Maybe he is going to go for Flapjack.
The winner of the match, Flapjack Carter.
And there's Flapjack Carter being the winner of this match, and maybe perhaps, like you mentioned earlier, wins the affection of Isaac. Speak of the devil, he's right there. Isaac is looking to...
Well, it's like he's come to that decision. Oh! Whoa! A swift kick right to the face of Flapjack. Well, that's the definitive answer right there from Isaac.
But he just won the match. Why are you not choosing him?
It's like he's going for Jack Steele, the steel one with the silver tongue. And that's the handshake. That's it. That's official.
Oh, Flapjack's in trouble right now.
And it's like they're wanting to go to town here right on Flapjack as Isaac watches on.
Well, I guess there's our answer. I guess Isaac is officially joining the Church of Steel.
The Church of Steel has a new member as part of its parish. Let's find out, however, how the next match is going to go, as Openweight Championship matchup next, as Alina Valentina, the current champion, takes on Marilyn Benson, perhaps one of the most distinguished women in the CWL.
She won this shot back at Jailbreak in Season 3. It's been over 10 weeks since she has done so, and both of these ladies actually switched brands. So when Marilyn Benson was trying to chase Alina was like, nope, deuces, and she left. Now, it's time. The time for running is over. Let's do this.
Marilyn Benson has been on a storm since she arrived here a few years ago in the CWL. She is a 3-time Hardcore Wrestling champion. She's also an openweight champion. That's the only distinction she's had here in the CWL itself, and she's looking to regain that honor here tonight to get her second bout of the openweight champion. Never quite got there with the Vindication in this one championship, but hopefully tonight she could walk out here with gold over her shoulder. Can Benson get the job done? Is the question on everyone's lips tonight.
The following match is set for 1 fall and is for the Openweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, weighing 130 pounds. From Salem, Massachusetts, she is a serious wrestler, Marilyn Benson. And your champion, weighing 135 pounds. From Moscow, Russia, your openweight champion, Elena Valentina.
And the belt being submitted to the referee for inspection and display. That is what they are fighting for. Will Marilyn Benson be walking out with it, or will Elena Valentina once again walk out as the openweight champion? That is what they're here to play for tonight. One of the most prestigious belts in the entire CWL.
Now, you also have to keep in mind, Benson is going into this fight ready to go, basically. But Elena Valentina has wins over Sarah Price. She has wins over Valencia. Those are just a small snippet of everything that she's accomplished here. Unless Marilyn Benson adopts her strategy of Kamikaze Benson, as I like to call it, I think this will be a long night for her.
Potentially, Kamikaze Benson might come out to play, and in fact, we might see this early kick to midsection going on there with a float-over neckbreaker there from Marilyn Benson, and I think you might be right, but sweeping the leg, Elena Valentina finds her opening. Two distinct styles clashing tonight. Of course, Marilyn Benson has been wrestling since she was in high school. As I mentioned, she was a 3-time high school wrestling champion. However, Elena Valentina, while hasn't got such distinction, she was in the military. She knows exactly how to fight. And that experience is what's got her to this point so far. Oh, off the ropes goes Benson. Oh, into a head scissors driver from Marilyn Benson.
And here we go. Now, the collar and elbow tie-up right there, a little bit late into the match, but Elena Valentina showing her power, gets the clothesline right there on Benson. And again, this is Elena's game. It's the power game, and she's just woman-handling Marilyn Benson right now.
You are correct. There's the massive gut-wrench deadlift suplex there from Elena Valentina, sending Benson into the corner. Elbow, followed by a swift kick, completely knocking Benson for bandy. But Benson followed with a swift super kick of her own on looks like a Benson senton, as I like to call that one.
And now Alina, I believe she got a punch right there off of Marilyn Benson's gut. She could have very much gotten the solar plexus, and that kind of just takes away all of your movement for quite a while, actually, as now Alina Valentina drives the knee to Benson's back and kind of choking her with the rope there.
Benson has to use her strikes to her advantage. Although Valentina has got the strength, she does lack striking power. Benson can pull out those swift kicks out of nowhere. And, well, I said that she lacked the striking power. A punch right to the face, you can't stop that. Meanwhile, Alina Valentina, despite going on the outside on the padded concrete, Benson wanted to get it back into a more respectable area of the ring.
And now, it was actually a really smart idea right there for Alina to take to the fight to the outside. Because at that point, now she's just putting it in Benson's head. I can not only beat you in the ring, I can beat you outside the ring. As she goes for the pinfall right here, but Benson manages to kick out even right before the one comes down.
Benson doesn't seem to be a bit live right now. Ooh, a teardrop suplex there from Alina Valentina. And the openweight champion is quite distinctly ahead in the game so far. But Benson catches the forearm. Up and over with the head scissors. Incredible athleticism there from Marilyn Benson.
The way she managed to just kind of spin in the air there and get the Hurricane Rana was big. Oh, as we see the twist of fate right there, this could be it. Marilyn Benson goes for the pinfall.
2, 3. Marilyn Benson wins in a shocking victory here tonight, being crowned her second openweight championship run in a massive ending, which I think anyone expected. I think Alina Valentina just was shocked more than anything.
What just happened?
Just flipping into the Hurricane Rana, followed by the twist of fate, and it was over. It was absolutely over. I don't think Alina Valentina had a moment to process what happened there before the victory came down for the 1-2-3.
The winner of the match and your new openweight champion, Marilyn Benson.
Honestly, I'm in shock right now. Like, they were having a very competitive match, and then out of nowhere, Marilyn Benson just comes out with that cutter and gets the victory and the championship.
Kamikaze Benson, as you said it right there.
I'm in shock.
Well, we move from that match into a last man standing match between Colin Piper and Zistro Horror. Now, Colin Piper, it's quite clear, hasn't been cleared for action for this tonight's match. However, he said he is going to be here. He was attacked 3 weeks ago by Zistro Horror, and he wants revenge tonight.
I don't think this is a good idea for Colin Piper, honestly, but he's a stubborn competitor, and I'll give that to him.
The following match is a last man standing match. Introducing first, weighing 175 pounds, from Tokyo, Japan, Colin Piper.
The main event, Colin Piper making his way down. I mean, he looks in good shape, but of course, the surface, it might be all shim and shiny, but what's happening underneath? What happened about those muscles, those bones? Are they healed and ready to go for action? I think Zistro might find a way to capitalize on that tonight.
And his opponent, weighing 200 pounds, from Moscow, Russia, Zistro Horror.
And Zistro Horror now making his way to the ring. Now, Zistro was such an interesting case in Season 3. He won the Gold in the Bank briefcase. He managed to make a splash by challenging for the Vindication Championship. He was always very, very close to, reaching that greatness. I think, personally, it was just a matter of him being jealous of Colin Piper, because Colin Piper got the adoration of the fans, where Zistro couldn't really do it. The attack definitely surprised me, but I think it's just pure jealousy.
There is certainly no love lost between these two after the attack that happened a few weeks ago. Colin Piper wants revenge on Zistro Horror, but Zistro wants to prove to Colin Piper that he will exterminate anyone who just doesn't believe in him, doesn't believe in Sister Horror, and that's what it's all about. Sister Horror is proving, not just to himself but other people, what he can do, and showing, look, I can be better than you. All right, then, nice. Ooh, Dragon Screw, but catching it and going for a Dragon Screw of his own goes Zistro. Now Zistro approaching, swift kick to the chest of Piper. And we were talking about those injuries that Colin sustained a few weeks ago. Doesn't seem to have hampered him as he goes for the gut buster onto Zistro Horror, and now Zistro up on the shoulders, swing around into the Frankensteiner.
The fact that Colin Piper is moving around like this when he was literally in a hospital bed yesterday is very surprising to me.
Adrenaline can do a surprising thing to you, especially when you're motivated by something such as revenge. Revenge is a big motivator, and you can see here that Colin Piper is trying to stay in there, making sure he stays conscious so he can keep the hurt on Sister Horror. He finds an opening.
And now Colin Piper going for that midsection right there. Honestly, this kind of stipulation favors Zistro Horror. I'm pretty sure we already talked about this, but the fact that he asked for a last man standing match with someone whose legs he kind of just really tore up, it's a little bit underhanded to my liking. But now Zistro Horror is just, it's a different side of Zistro Horror that we haven't seen before.
Take every advantage you can get, and yes, this is indeed a last man standing match. The first person to keep their opponent down for a 10 count will be the winner. No pinfalls, that's completely out, no submissions. It's all about keeping your opponent down, and right now, it doesn't look good for Colin Piper.
I think the damage may have already been done to the leg right there. I think we were up to an 8 count right there, 8 or 9 if I'm not mistaken. But now Colin Piper immediately gets back up, maybe playing possum, trying to get a breather. That's actually very smart if you do that in a last man standing match.
Indeed, you can utilize the entirety of that 10 seconds, or nearly all the entirety of that 10 seconds, to catch your breath and get it for your opponent to, essentially, it stops your opponent from wailing upon you because, the count has to be made without them keeping pressure on you. Piper, massive DDT there to Zistro Horror. And now, look at this. This is the revenge angle coming in. Choking the life out of Zistro Horror.
And here goes Colin Piper once again being back in control, but Zistro rolls out of the ring. Colin Piper not wasting any time to go to the outside and get back with Zistro Horror. Zistro, that Hurricane Rana almost to the steel steps. I think Colin may have landed on the steel steps right there with his knee.
I think you're right. And there was a great, as you were saying, great ring presence there from Zistro to roll out of the ring. And this is great tactical advantage for Zistro. Colin is already injured. If he can't get up inside the ring, can you imagine the damage that Zistro can do outside of the ring? Speaking of, Colin being elbowed out of the arena over the barricade there.
But he's able to run right back into the ring. Now remember, the deciding quote-unquote fall doesn't have to happen inside the ring. It can happen on the outside. As Zistro Horror right there with his patented knee completely driven into Colin Piper's face. We're up to a 3 count now. This does not look good for Colin.
Indeed, and here we go. The Devil's Trigger might end up being the Devil's Revenge, or the nail in the Devil's Revenge for Colin Piper as we're up to a high count here. But Colin Piper, there's some signs of life, and with a swift kick, Sister Aurora looks like he's setting up for the extermination.
And here we go. He's got him up. And that's it. That's the move that he's been able to put so many people away with. The extermination connects. And now the referee is counting.
Put away with, but with a pin. It goes into a small package. This doesn't have the advantage that Zistro normally has in a match, and that is something which might work against Zistro in this circumstance. Seems to be doing so well so far. No sign of life from Colin Piper. I think,
but he's stirred right there, right at the end. I think Colin Piper's about to start coming back here and get a victory over Zistro.
Swift kicks the midsection there by Sister Horror up on the top turnbuckle. We've seen many people go up here. This danger zone. Up on the top rope goes Zistro. And a super Hurricane Rana right from the top.
Oh, that Hurricane Rana definitely had to hurt. That's a lot of weight and a lot of, height where you come down from. It sends a shockwave through your body. And honestly, that could have affected Colin Piper's leg worse than anything else.
It's the high impact, plus also the fact that you're being flipped. The inertia from that would definitely cause you to be discombobulated. But Colin Piper up and immediately back into it. But again, Zistro able to shut down any and all offense that Colin seems to get going for himself.
Honestly, this has been very... I don't want to say uncomfortable because that's not the word, but it's been interesting to see Zistro Horror just being complete control, knowing Colin Piper's status. Zistro hasn't even been down for 1 minute. Colin Piper, I think this is the 6th time that they've counted.
Colin Piper is on one of the top stars on Vindication. You have to imagine that if Zistro can put him down with this opportunity, that's good. Oh, a nice sunset flip, but of course he can't follow up with the pin because there are no pinfalls. But it is an impactful move. Let's see if this will keep Colin Piper down for the 10 count. But you are right. This has all been Zistro Horror, and it's showing just how much impact the attack has had on Colin Piper. Colin is not fully recovered. He's not ready to be here in this match, yet here he is fighting.
That sunset flip powerbomb honestly has the capacity to knock somebody out. And I for a second there, I thought that was Colin Piper that was just knocked out as we got to the count of 8. But now Zistro Horror is back on top. Oh, that wheel kick connects. And hold on. I think I'm trying to get a look at Colin's eyes. I think he might actually legitimately be knocked out here.
I think you might be right. There's a tiny bit of movement, but not much from Colin Piper. Referee coming in to check. I think this might be it for the match. Zistro Horror.
We've got a 9 count, and that's gonna be it. Zistro Horror actually manages to seemingly knock out Colin Piper with a wheel kick. And wow, I'm just wow.
I mean, you could call this a wrestling match. You can call it a deconstruction of Colin Piper. Either way, Zistro Horror walks out of Exiled as the victor tonight as part of this last man standing match.
The winner of the match and your last man standing, Zistro Horror.
I think we need to get some help here for Colin Piper. Congratulations to Zistro Horror. Yes, you got an impressive victory, but I don't think Colin's okay. A, I think he legitimately got knocked out, and B, we need to get his leg checked out. He wasn't supposed to be here.
He's not moving. I'm just going to say it. He's not moving. Yeah, I think we should get the EMTs down here.
Now Zistro Horror continues to celebrate that victory. Hold on. Let me call somebody.
And Zistro Horror celebrates his victor over the motionless Colin Piper.
And he continues to celebrate. Like, dude, we get it. You won the match. Go to the back, collect your payment. This is over.
Colin Piper rolling onto his stomach, trying to use his arms to... Oh, well.
What is he doing here?
Michael Young has entered the building. Some might call this man an exile from the fan base, given how he's been acting the last few weeks. Michael Young, the Australian assassin, is here in Tacoma, Washington.
He quite possibly retired Ricky Valentine, somebody that he called a dear friend for many, many years. What in the actual fuck is he doing here right now?
Well, despite your objections, the man is here. The question is, why is he here? I imagine that Michael Young won't waste time as the Australian assassin looks to lay down the law tonight.
Now I'm legitimately scared for Colin Piper right now.
Hold on. Colin Piper being thrown out of the ring towards our announce table there by Zistro Horror. Wait, is Zistro Horror... He's calling out Michael Young? This is really the best move for your career, Zistro.
Hold on, no. Michael Young, leave Colin alone. Leave Colin alone. He's been through enough.
Michael, please. He's been through enough. Oh no.
Wait, is he? Is he just walking away with him?
Michael Young, fireman's carrying Colin Piper out of this arena. What is going on?
Well, that was the same man that almost killed Ricky Valentine, right?
And I'm pretty confident you can't not recognize the guy. Anyway, we move on to our next match of the night, which is perhaps even more confusing. Chris Princess versus the Dower Ranger. Chris Princess, the machination, the Machiavellian figure behind the Fabulous Furious Freaks, has declared war on the CWL.
The following match is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, Dower Ranger.
The Dower Ranger, someone who was attacked and was a victim of the attack by the Fabulous Furious Freaks just a few weeks ago on Vindication. And Dower Ranger has, of course, been challenged against Chris Princess. Chris Princess versus the Dower Ranger. Is this what 2020 brings? Dower Ranger, perhaps one of the lowest records in CWL with 2 wins to 17 losses. Can the Dower Ranger pull out a surprise victory against Chris Princess tonight at Exiled?
And his opponent, representing the Fabulous Furious Freaks from somewhere in Canada, Chris Princess.
I legitimately don't know how I'm going to be able to just sit here and call this match, because quite frankly, Chris Princess is the most evil, vile, despicable competitor we have ever had in CWL, and we employed Tommy Hazard as a competitor once.
That is quite a statement that you've said. That's not wrong with Tommy Hazard, but Chris Princess being declared persona non grata here in the CWL, as he has declared war on the entire CWL. And this has gone beyond personal strife. He's attacked, along with the Furious Freaks, several individuals backstage. He attacked Dower Ranger. There was Ebak as well. Multiple people have suffered the wrath of the Fabulous Furious Freaks in this war against the CWL as an entity itself, as according to Chris Princess. But can the Princess pull out a victory against Dower Ranger? Spoiler alert, I'm pretty confident there's going to be a winning Princess's side.
Like, okay, this is kind of like really stupid to me, but how stupid can you be to get a shirt made with our logo on the back just for you to put a gigantic X over it? You realize that gives us money, right? Like, what kind of statement does that make?
I mean, there's nothing in the rule book that says anarchists need to be smart about these things. Oh, but Princess with a nice lariat there, keeping the arm held, pushing back for a second lariat, and going for a third. Yep, stepping over, pulling up Dower Ranger, pushing away, and the third lariato there by Princess.
You know, thinking back to the way this match was made too, I don't know why Chris Princess thought that it'd be okay for him to get away with something like this. Dower Ranger doesn't have the best record here in the CWL. He only has 2 wins, and he's been here for like 3 seasons. He has like 17, 19 losses.
Maybe that's what Princess thinks. He thinks he can get an easy victory out of Dower Ranger. It's all about image. Let's think here that Chris Princess has in that contract that clause that allows him to decline any match that he so feels. A nice swinging neck breaker there from Dower Ranger.
Like, no disrespect to Dower Ranger. I think he's a wonderful fighting robot and everything, but fighting somebody like Chris Princess is not something that you can just be like, oh, this is going to be a thing now. Like, no, like, you have to bring it. You have to bring your all to fight Chris Princess.
Indeed, a long chop there from Chris Princess as Princess retreats into. Hello, going for raking using the Knee is leveraged to break the leg there almost. And running bulldog there from the Dower Ranger.
We can see right there that he's learning something from Ebak, because we know Ebak loves to do those running bulldogs, especially off of the corners. As we now go for the pinfall, just a 1 count. Oh, maybe Dower Ranger's going to be actually able to pull this off. He's bringing the fight to Chris Princess like he should.
He's definitely bringing the fight to Princess, but how can it last? We all know how it tends to go. Going for the elbow with no one home. Princess, belly-to-belly suplex. Now Princess picking up the Dower Ranger. Now, oh, I don't think those are real.
How does that hurt a robot?
By the circuit boards, I think, is that's talking about taking control of your computer. Nice butterfly suplex there from Chris Princess. 1. No, not even a 2 count from Princess. Ranger putting up quite a good fight tonight with a nice kick downstairs. And a Princess, that neck breaker into the back breaker.
And now we see Princess kind of starting to get into control of this match, which is what we see from Princess. Honestly, he likes to play with his opponents. He likes to be in control and kind of make you feel like, I guess, you're insignificant to him. You're not on his level.
I mean, that's what Princess has said to multiple people, that they are not good enough for him. They're not good enough to face him. But a nice rake of the eyes there from Princess, getting the upper hand on the Ranger. Rake of the mask at the very least. Going for the German. We all know what comes up after this with the Rainmaker.
That true purple Rainmaker right there connects for Chris Princess, and this could be it for the Dower Ranger. And
3.
That's it.
And Chris Princess emerges victorious tonight over the Dower Ranger.
He very easily put him away.
The winner of the match,
Was there any doubt?
Princess.
It's now Chris Princess celebrates his victory here over the Dower Ranger, and there has to be some revisions to his contract. That was, I don't know.
Seems to be here that Princess is going to celebrate, and Dower Ranger now looking to get out of the ring potentially, crawling to the edge, but Princess lingering. What's he got in mind? Oh wait, he's going for the mask.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, what?
Was that Ebak fighting the whole time?
I mean, we saw some of the moves out there, and Chris Princess is booking it.
He's making a run for it. Ebak, go! Get him! You're right there.
Ebak in hot pursuit of Princess. Princess ducking backstage. Need to get some cameras back there.
As Chris Princess continues to run to the backstage area. Now Ebak making a beeline for him. Oh!
Right between the eyes.
And now Ebak got caught with that chair. Honestly, I guess that makes sense why he was kind of fighting like Ebak, the Dower Ranger, I mean, but what?
What is going on?
Okay, darling. You wore me out. It's time for rest now. Time for sleep. What's that? A bedtime story? I don't know. I can never say no to you, darling. Let's see here. I know. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Elliot. And see, Elliot trained his entire life to be a fighter. His family did not support this dream, except for his grandfather. And this little boy loved his grandfather dearly, and his grandfather loved the little boy dearly, and supported him through his journey. And eventually he made it. He became a fighter. He won championships. He made his grandfather proud. But sadly, the grandfather passed away. But fortunately, the grandfather didn't live long enough to see what a failure the little boy had become, doing nothing for an entire year, wasting away while still claiming to be a fighter. You make me sick. You are nothing but a liar, and you are nothing but a failure. But don't worry, darling. You will be a lot closer to your grandfather when I'm done with you. Oh, time for bed.
Well, stunning turns of events tonight. As it turns out, Princess wasn't against the Ranger after all. Looks like Ebak did get his match in the end.
He did, but honestly, that wasn't the best form of Ebak we've seen. We know Ebak can bring the fight to anybody, and that wasn't an Ebak match. No disrespect.
Well, we've certainly got one hell of a match up next. We have the Vindication Women's Championship being decided in the next contest here at Exiled, with Rox taking on Candy Vega.
Candy Vega has always felt that she could do more here in the CWL, and she's always been on the cusp. She's beaten champions before, but it was in non-title matches. Now is her chance to prove everybody right that she's going to be the one. But Mr. Scott Sykes, I have a question for you. Have you ever seen a dead body before?
It's not a question I want to answer.
No disrespect to Candy Vega. I think she's a wonderful competitor. I think she's going to be the one to really bring the fight to Rox like we haven't seen in months, for lack of a better example. But I don't like her chances. The new Rox, ever since she joined the Fabulous Furious Freaks, has been a monster like no other. And I don't just say that because she's the monster amongst women, but it's a new side. It's completely different than the Rox of old.
You're not wrong there, but Candy Vega has an opportunity here to catapult herself into the championship scene. As you say, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Always there, getting wins over champions, but not in championship matches. The only difference between a normal match and a championship match is literally there's gold on the line on one and there isn't on the other. If there had been a champion on the line, Candy Vega would be champion right now, and that is her stick. She believes she should be champion.
And we see the confidence right there from Candy Vega. I think she legitimately thinks that she can beat Rox here.
Well, let's wait for the woman herself as the champion is going to come down to the ring.
Now, Rox normally has been coming out very jovial with that championship belt. And, we're actually getting the good old Rox just fully determined, fully on mission. This isn't the same super happy-go-lucky Rox that we've been seeing, kind of mocking the former champion Selena Adams. I think she's taking Candy Vega seriously.
John Brand for Rox, if I can say so myself.
Scott, why are you hiding?
Oh, just in the Rox protective area.
Mind if I join you?
Oh please, there's plenty of room down here. Honestly, just I don't want to be out there.
So I guess we're gonna be doing commentary from all the way over here, huh?
I mean that's the thing. We've got the monitors at the very least.
As we see Rox right there hold up the Vindication Championship up high. She's ready to defend that belt, and Candy Vega, good luck.
Hey, good luck, Vega. Yeah, you're gonna need it.
The following match is set for 1 fall and is for the Vindication Women's Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, Candy Vega. And your champion, representing the Fabulous Furious Freaks. Weighing 275 pounds, from Buffalo, New York, the monster known as Rocks.
Well, it's worth pointing out at this stage that every single match that the Fabulous Furious Freaks have been involved in tonight have been a win for the Freaks. Can Rocks perform a clean sweep tonight and emerge victorious and still champion?
It's honestly kind of reversed from just a month ago at Endgame, where only Rocks was the one that won at Endgame. If Rocks is the one to lose here, it's literally reversed.
You are correct. It would mean that the endgame results are effectively reversed. Oh, massive DDT there from Rocks. All that pressure coming down upon your head. And upon your head, you bought it, Candy Vega. You're the one that wanted the Vindication Women's Championship. You're going to have to fight for it. And you might necessarily like the opponent you're against.
Now, realistically, if you're a competitor, how do you fight someone that's almost over a foot taller and over 100 pounds heavier than you?
You leverage whatever advantage you can find. If you can't have the strength advantage, you can at least use the speed advantage or the technical expertise. The best thing to do is keep in, or if you can, take away their one advantage. Rocks is tall, keep her grounded. That's exactly what Vega is trying to attempt to do with that. However, now the big woman is up, and there we go. It's punched down to the ground. Now Rocks is clearly in control.
She just did that, like, the bus swinging punch thing, and she just almost knocked out Vega right there.
Nice uppercuts there by Candy Vega, driving Rocks into the corner, and now, a series of punches right to the face of the champion.
So it's a little bit of her own medicine, you know?
Yeah, I have to admit, not many people can say they punch Rocks in the face. I will say that.
Now Candy Vega adopting a pretty good strategy here. She wants that championship, and she's bringing the fight to Rocks more so than I expected.
Indeed. And that's still to play for the Vindication Women's Championship. Many people have held that belt. Davina Rose, also as Valencia, Scout McKenzie, Annie Thunder, Catherine Love. Just prestigious history. And Rocks is choking the life out of Vega right now. And of course, this is one of Rox's, I think actually it is Rox's first championship, isn't it?
It is Rox's first championship, correct. After
many long.
I wasn't gonna say it. She's right there. You know, she can come right after us. But after
ignore everything I just said. Ignore everything I just said.
After some failed attempts at several championships, she finally managed to do it. And what a stage to do it at, all the way in Brazil.
Not just that in Brazil, but at Endgame itself. On the shoulders goes Vega, and an electric chair into the turnbuckle, hitting all three. Ding, ding, ding. High score on the way down.
Oh, that I don't think that's good for. She may have a concussion.
I think it's good for your chin or your face or anything around that area at all. As Rocks looks to put a pin in the championship as she picks up Vega. Oh, but Vega goes behind. Oh, but Rocks, almost pushing her entire body on Vega, but Vega just able to quickly get out of the way. And again, Rocks trying to use her big old mass to advance with the clothesline. Vega getting out of the way, utilizing her speed to her advantage.
Now Candy Vega actually in control of this match for, I want to say for the first time. Yeah, she's had the upper hand, but never fully in control. And as I say that, Rocks is able to bring it back.
Rocks is stepping over, and there are a series of boxing punches right to the face and gut of Candy Vega, and a kick to follow up, shoving the challenger down to the canvas.
Oh, now Rocks picking up Candy Vega. Candy Vega super high up in the sky. She gets planted.
Again with the electric chair driver, and but not going for the pin. Unusual for Rocks. Oh, swift kick to the knee. And again, Vega trying to utilize whatever advantage she can. Attack the legs of Rocks. But Rocks just so strong, just pushing Vega away like she was nothing.
Literally nothing. Like this is a mauling.
Indeed, as Rox hooked the leg. 1, 2, and 3. Rox retains her championship here at Exiled. Wow, that was a decimation of Candy Vega. She stepped up to the plate. Got to give her credit for accepting the challenge and going at it and approaching it with gusto, but unfortunately she was unable to get the job done.
She gets all my respect for even stepping in there with the monster that is Rox, the Vindication Women's Champion, who has apparently turned over a new leaf into becoming a bigger monster.
Oh yeah, better you than me when facing Rox, yeah.
But man, that was decimation.
The winner of the match, and still your Vindication Women's Champion, the monster known as Rox.
And of course, Rox celebrating championship in hand as she leaves Tacoma, Washington, still the Vindication Women's Champion. Well, that was quite a decimation that we witnessed here, boss. But up next tonight, we have a split down the middle as tag team champions in action against one another as Pistolero takes on Zero tonight.
Now this has honestly been one of the most interesting ones that has kind of developed. We know Pistolero and Zyro Toya were not in the best of terms from before, and then they got paired up in that Strange Bedfellows challenge, and then they won the tag titles out of nowhere. Like, this is heated, and yet somehow they're still champions together. I don't get it.
Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit.
The following match is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, weighing 185 pounds, from Allentown, Pennsylvania, one half of your CWL Tag Team Champion, Pistolero.
It's about me, keep my head down, let my mouth speak, they surround me, they all about the clout, see, where the crowd be, every time I speak loudly, they more about me, man, you know I got.
Of course, here it comes, Pistolero, the high-flying superstar, the cruiserweight killer, as he likes to call himself as well, making friends with me, and of course, you know, one half of the tag team champions, the CWL tag team champions. Quite an odd couple, these two are, which you'll notice once we finally get in the ring. I mean, Pistolero, definitely the fast and athletic member of the team, one of the fastest people we have, and best cruiserweights in the entire CWL.
Now, it's an interesting dynamic because, you know, Zyro Toya is a bigger man. He's built. He's a tank. On the other hand, you have Pistolero.
He's a big boy.
Exactly. And on the other hand, you have Pistolero, who, admittedly, he's also a tank, but he's just smaller, so he has that speed advantage. It's going to be interesting to see how these two kind of fare against each other, even though they have the same kind of mentality.
These two can take a licking and keep on taking.
And his opponents, weighing 248 pounds, by ways of the Isle of Samoa, one half of your CWL Tag Team Champions, Zyro Toya.
I gotta have a talk with our rig announcer after this. How awkward must it have been to just call this announcement out to everybody that yes, these are the tag team champions, but they're not defending their gold. They're going up against each other.
Yeah, and there you see the big disparity between these two teams. It's night and day between these two, with Zyro Toya being definitely a strong individual. Strong, very, I mean, he's mobile, but not as mobile as Pistolero. It's definitely going to be a clash of styles, which normally works best for them as teams. It means they cover all ranges of opponents. But in this instance, there is definitely going to be some tactics being employed for each other. Oh, massive crossbody by Zyro Toya immediately out the gate.
That was impressive by Zyro, but honestly, it's going to come down to who wants it more. Pistolero said that he doesn't believe Zyro can be the tag team partner that he's looking for if he were a tag team wrestler, because they're actually 0-2 against the newly formed Church of Steel Isaac and Jack Steele. So maybe that match could come down the line. Maybe this is their way of getting in the same page.
And there you see the strong strength that Pistolero can bring to the aspect. That massive deadlift powerbomb on Zero himself. I mean, that's the thing, is don't count Pistolero's strength out of the equation. He just has, he's a strong man in a small package, as they say.
He's wrenching his back in ungodly ways right there.
And ladies, good things come in small packages, I swear. Now the ring goes Zero as Pistolero following closely, but not choosing to follow up.
Now Pistolero right here taking Zyro to the outside. Now they're fighting in front of the crowd right there in the front row.
Back and forth between these two. And again, there's the idea that these are teammates coming to the equation. They know each other, more or less, how each other fights in the ring. They've not been tagging long, so there is an advantage of anonymity between each other. But they would at least know the standard moves in each other's repertoire, which means each one of these have to pull something very new and different out of the playbook if they want to pull out a victory.
Absolutely. Now you also have to keep in mind, Pistolero is known as the cruiserweight killer. That's because he literally destroys the smaller men. When you transfer that power over to the big men, it's almost no difference.
Yeah, it's quite impressive that what kind of range he has as a superstar. Oh, and there you go, laying the punches right down on Zero, keeping him grounded.
Oh, and here we see Pistolero once again lifting up Zyro. Oh, and he's going to go for it again. Turning it into a suplex. Oh, that's strength on full display. That is incredible.
Okay, like a Zyro. 1, 2, and almost a 3 count from Pistolero. I mean, to be fair, what's going to happen at the end of this match? Is one of them going to walk out with both championships, or is they going to go kiss and make up? I mean, they are a team. They've got to work together. You can't be a lone champion.
And they kind of have to look forward to the Church of Steel challenging them for the championships. I fully believe that this is their way of getting on the same page.
I mean, potentially that could be it, because if they don't get on the same page, the Church of Steel most definitely use this against them and may even try and cause a rift between the two champions. Oh, elevated. No, go for the camel clutch, but don't just go for a hip stomp there. All right, and grabbing the head of Pistolero, bringing it over to the corner and mashing the head, the mask, into the face the turnbuckle multiple times.
Not relenting at all right there. That was very impressive by Zyro, as I think Zyro now is looking to keep that momentum going. He wants to keep that energy going because he knows that if he's in control, he uses his speed, he uses his power non-stop, he could actually tire out Pistolero.
Zyro with a series of strikes, now getting the outside, measuring Pistolero, and Zyro with them running drop kick onto the apron.
As we now see Zyro making his way back into the ring, goes for the pinfall. This could be it for Pistolero. We got a 1, 2. No. Kick out by Pistolero right there. Lets this match continue.
Question remains is who's going to walk out as... Zyro doing a call out there. What's he maybe looking at? But he's given... Pistolero time to get up and with a massive lariat take down Zyro. Look at this!
He's deadlifting 300 pounds.
Whoa! Deadlift, gut wrench, powerbomb, sit-out powerbomb, right onto his own tag partner. That was impressive.
If you're curious about just how strong Pistolero is, there's your answer right there.
I want to clip that and get that to YouTube. Big back body drop there by Zyro, and it looks like he's going to take advantage of this opportunity. Big swing, German suplex. But keeping the waist. Going for a full Nelson suplex. And now, once again, back to the German suplex.
That Chimera Plex connects, and we've seen Zyro be able to put away people with that before. But Pistolero says, not today, as Zyro looks to be setting up for something. Perhaps a Kamehameha!
1, 2... And, no.
Pistolero knew exactly what was coming. He knew that he kind of had to compress his chest right there and be able to take that shot and not get knocked out. As we now see Zyro, full control of Pistolero right there.
Using that very modified backbreaker there. Now slap the face, successful blows. Off the ropes goes Pistolero. But getting out of the way of the headbutt, and up on the shoulders goes Zyro. The Voyant con Diablo. 1, 2, 3.
He managed to actually put away Zeratora with the Voyant con Diablo. Like, what?
Voyant con Diablo was the move that spelled doom for Zyro here tonight. I honestly thought it was going to be in Zyro's favor, but no, at the end it was the surprise Pistolero pulling out that amazing slam that took the wind out of Zyro and got him down to the 1, 2, 3.
This whole event has just been shocking event after shocking event. I feel like a broken record.
Change that soon, better watch out now, see? And I just wanna be famous. Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. And I just wanna be famous.
The winner of the match, Pistolero.
Any more games, either put me on the charts or I'll put you up in flames. Better recognize art, cause I don't forget names. Should've seen me.
Well, you said this was their way of perhaps sorting things out. Maybe they'll be on the same page going forward as they prepare to meet the Church of Steel going forward.
I think Pistolero is dead set on proving that he was the better man in that tag team, and maybe now they can put their differences aside. You know, hopefully they're able to.
Hopefully. Well, tonight it's the finale, your main event. Harris, the current Vindication champion, takes on Roger Finesse in one-on-one action singles competition here tonight for the Vindication Championship. And it's going to be amazing to see it. Harris here in his hometown of Tacoma, Washington. Is he going to be able to retain the title?
I really hope that this arena has insurance, because this crowd is about to blow the roof off this place. As the boos already start raining down, as Roger Finesse's music starts playing, I can kind of feel that energy, honestly. And nothing against Roger. I love Roger as a competitor. He's fantastic. But you are in hostile territory right now. We are in Tacoma, Washington, where Harris literally wrestled back in the independence, where Harris made his name as a kid trying to chase the dream. And now he is coming here with the biggest prize in CWL, and he's going to try and defend it. Roger has a victory over Harris already. He tapped him out just 2 weeks ago. Roger is on a roll, and quite frankly, if I'm here with the crowd, I'm scared right now.
I have to admit, I do think if Roger Finesse does win, we might need to get some security to escort him to his car, because there might be a lot of people angry and out for blood if Roger Finesse walks out here as the Vindication Heavyweight Champion. And I will have to say, though, I'm glad to make an announcement. I have a degree from Finesse University in banter. It's not an online thing, I swear. But hopefully Roger Finesse can take Harris to Finesse University and emerge with his own shiny diploma in the form of the Vindication Heavyweight Champion.
Now, as far as everything as a whole goes, putting aside the fact that this is Harris' hometown, that this is, Harris' first world championship after a really rough first 2 seasons, I apologize. Roger could honestly make history here and basically etch his name in the history books. This is a big opportunity for Roger, as we now await the champion, and the crowd is about to explode.
And there it is.
I can barely hear myself right now.
The hometown hero returns as Harris emerges with belt around waist as the Vindication Heavyweight Champion. The hometown hero, and he's going to celebrate in style tonight. Always gets a big pop from the crowd.
I'm pretty sure I can hear the crowd more than that pyro that just went off.
You're not wrong in that instance, I think, boss. But the question is, can Harris get it done? Because, yes, he's in his hometown, and that can give you immense energy, but also immense pressure as well.
I honestly really fear for Roger's safety right now. You can already see the front row already heckling Roger Finesse. They feel it. They love this. They know that Harris is home.
I hope our security man to check people for baseball bats and knives on the way in.
The main event of Exiled is set for 1-4 and is for the Vindication Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, weighing 196 pounds, from Boston, Massachusetts, Roger Finesse. And your champion, representing the Misfits, weighing 250 pounds, from Tacoma, Washington, your Vindication Heavyweight Champion, Harris.
As we see Harris right there take one more good look at the Vindication Championship. He's not going to let that go here. He's not. There's no way.
Not at all. Referee Jimmy Cordoza showing the belt to Roger Finesse, and now to the audience. That's what they're playing for, the Vindication Heavyweight Championship on the line here tonight in your main event, Harris versus Roger Finesse. Let's go.
Now the crowd managed to calm down a little bit. You can feel the tension in the air. You know that they're nervous. Yes,
but
they want their person to win, but they know that it hasn't happened yet.
And their vintage Harris there with the headbutt onto Roger Finesse. Oh, it is interesting that Finesse did call the sliding kick from Harris right out of the gate. Harris kicking Finesse away. And Roger Finesse is going to have to come up with a very different offense, I think, tonight, because he's already fought Harris once, and yes, he's got a win, but Harris is now expecting the offense. Oh, Rings of Saturn applied from Harris.
Maybe Harris is going to want to submit Roger. Honestly, like if you were, I don't want to say embarrassed, but you were shown up in your first appearance as champion and you were forced to tap. Can you imagine if he actually makes Roger tap in return?
Embarrassing, no. Humiliating, potentially. But backpack stunner from Roger Finesse gets the upper hand. I definitely agree with you that Harris wants to prove that he is better than Roger Finesse here tonight. I think this has become personal for him, especially with how Roger Finesse is always talking about how he's the best at everything. Here we go. Arm and leg trap. Oh, Harris able to force his way out of that predicament.
Harris did his homework for this match.
That's the key thing, is knowing your opponent. Oh, a bicycle kick right to the face of Finesse. Can ruin that pretty face. And with a calf kick, but not taking Harris down entirely. As Finesse, front chantry position. Now an arm wrench. And now, standing on the arm. And this is where, breaking the arm almost, Finesse is trying to take away the power game of Harris.
And now it's a smart thing to do by Roger, honestly. Target a limb and just focus on it. Even if you change tactics later on and target a different limb, going for focused attempts on one limb gives you an opportunity to lock in a submission. Roger is very well versed in submissions, and that could be the opportunity for him to just get another win out of nowhere and force Harris to submit.
And here's Harris with a choke now applied. Referee Jim Opposer getting in there and declaring, a break there.
Driving that knee straight up to Harris's back in order to break up that claw hold right there from Harris. As now Harris, is he going for it?
Crowd are going wild. Here we go, the vertebraker.
The vertebraker connects right there from Harris. Usually he follows that up with the go to sleep, but now Harris taking his time, actually.
Oh, he wants to make a point here to Roger Finesse. He wants to prove that he's better. It was Finesse who humiliated him weeks ago. Now he wants to humiliate Roger Finesse in his hometown. He wants to do it in front of all his fans. Reverse inverted DDT there by Harris.
As now Harris is in control of this match, making sure that he's methodical about his approach on how to beat Roger. He's not going all out like how we normally see, as Harris now goes through the middle rope and gets the DDT.
A torpedo DDT there from Harris. And that was concrete, padded concrete, but still, those mats aren't very thick. And, you know, that's solid concrete under there.
He's being very smart about this. Honestly, I think this is a different Harris that we've seen before. As we now go for the pinfall, 2.
And 3. Just like that.
I think that torpedo DDT did a lot more damage than we expected.
I don't think Roger Finesse expected to find his face planted in a concrete tonight, but that's exactly how it ended. Those 6 series of headbutts done to Roger Finesse. Turns out the man with the hardest head is Harris.
I think Roger may be concussed.
Managed to get some medical people out here to assist with Roger Finesse. At least we don't need to get some security out here.
The winner of the main event, and still your Vindication Heavyweight Champion, Harris.
And I can barely hear myself think with this crowd going wild as the hometown hero Harris emerges victorious and celebrates into the night for his victory. And that's been it from me. And the boss here tonight, Exiled. We wish you a good night, everyone, from here in Tacoma, Washington. Good night.